Hey guys, welcome to another episode of IFS. It's been a long journey of 6 episodes with me, narrating this IFS in a very good, posh way, I hope. I hope you understand the storyline of this IFS. And this is not an end, this will be continuing. Yeah. So here comes the twists and turns in the five friends. God plans us in a different way. We have different plans. God has different plans, and we don't know will He plant us. It may be in a good situation or a bad situation. And here the five friends starts to crumble up, like sort of division comes up here. After they completed the exam, it's been like 1 month. In Indian system of education, people like the students have to get through entrance exams into big universities and colleges, and yeah, everyone was busy in it. So Dusky, Zen, Kale, Yash, Jay, all were busy in all those stuff, and it was during the months of May. They had a very good plan to meet up, like it was definite and sure, because all the five were very free. And yeah, finally it was on the May 2nd week, maybe probably May 2nd or 3rd week. Yeah, they met up in a park which was near Jay's house, and they were very happy about it. Like after meeting for 1.5 months, they felt very happy. So they spoke about what they were going through, everything, and they were very happy of meeting. And still they had a difference from Dusky, because Dusky was still concentrating on Mark, like what he was doing, what that is everything, even though he was with them, but the concentration and everything was with him, like he was very concerned about it. But these folk did not understand the concern, and yeah, some sort of, they were feeling a bit negative, like Dusky is turning away from them, and everything started to come up. And okay, the one day visit went on very well and fine. So they joined, each and everyone started to join colleges, new colleges. Dusky went into a new college, Jay, Kale, Yash, Zen, everybody into new colleges, and they're very happy. Dusky, it was a bit hard for him to not forget, to overcome that situation where he was with the four friends and now coming into a new surrounding with a mixed, diverse variety of friends from different cities and villages and urban areas. So it was a bit, he was upgrading to it, he was upgrading to it. So he started make new friends, because the Dusky was the first member in the group to go and join this in the college. So he was making good friends. Through his way of innocence and silence, people started to come up to him and speak and share many things. Jay, Dusky, each and everyone went on their own ways. They couldn't even talk with each other for another next 2 months, because they were a bit in a stress of joining colleges and all those sorts. And here Jay comes up with this birthday party. There again they meet up, but there Dusky couldn't meet up. And here comes the problem. Dusky was having some sort of work in his college where they have given him work, so he couldn't come and meet them up in the birthday party of Shay. And each and everyone thought, Mark was controlling him, should not go with them, and all those sorts, because as friends we think it's very common, they start controlling you, but nobody doesn't control. But you have to have the control remote in your hand for your own self thing. You have to control yourself on your own. So they started to think that this, and they left Dusky out. Slowly they were crumbling with Dusky, Dusky was separated from the foe, And Dusky, like, he did not feel about it, but he went on well. He was going on, like, he had some work, so he told everything, and like he had to move on with this thing. Yeah, so the four had their birthday, like Jay was the birthday boy, but Dusky wished him up on the phone, but Jay was not satisfied because Dusky was not in person. So yeah, everything went on well fine. They celebrated the birthday party, but Dusky's mind and heart was still with them. He couldn't like forget, like, fight together, and now only four. And yeah, so Dusky, like, he had sort of work pressure, family work, like parents giving him work, and so sorts of things. So he started drift away from the five, like from the four, and they were not very comfortable with it. The four were not very very comfortable. Like they started to ask questions like what's happening, any issue, anything like went on wrong. But Dusky was giving a very good reason, like, yeah, I had a bit work, but they were not ready to understand what he was going through. That's the thing. And days went on, like, okay, sir. Then Dusky had a bit spare time, so like, he started to phone each other in person. Everything went on well, and like you be talking with. First, he was going out with Kale because Kale was very close with him, so he went up with Kale. Next was Yash, Zen, and Zen and Jay were not even so close when they were in school. They were not even so close as Dusky. Dusky, like, he felt like what's happening with them, like what was going on with them. Dusky called both of them so many times, like over the phone, messaging, but they were not replying too good to him. And Dusky was not up to the mark. He felt very very bad about it. And then Dusky thought, like, we'll give some time, let them come back to the normal position and everything, let them get the mind stable. So Dusky left them, and he was like with Kale and Yash. So Kale and like Dusky and Kale are the same wavelength, so they were talking, they were sharing many things, and the four also had a bit misunderstandings and all those sorts, and many things came up, and like they couldn't they were not so close to each other when they were in school and now, because all five are in different positions in different learning streams, so they couldn't come up and grumble. So they thought like the five was the group was breaking, and Dusky did not have such an idea of breaking up from the group, but still they thought like Dusky was leaving the group, like he wants to quit the group and you go on be his own way. But Dusky did not have such idea of breaking up and going, and this was very awkward. Dusky felt it very awkward, and so he left them. Okay, he was giving him time. Okay, let all come and settle down, and everything was going well and fine. Like he was only with contact with Kale and Yash. He used to talk with Kale so many times and hours together, like sharing his college information, what was happening, and here and there, everything. He was sharing with Kale. Yash also, he had a bit cordial relationship. He was like sharing some sort of things like which they were into it. So everything was very cordial, fine. But here again comes a misunderstanding between Dusky and Yash, cause Dusky phones him or DMs and texts, but he doesn't reply in a sudden way, like like people when they don't they attend or even know that you are messaging, or if you don't reply to it, people they think often like they have some problem or with the concerned person, and it looks very weird, and they become very sad about it. And here Dusky comes into that position. He becomes very sad about it. Like Yash suddenly cuts the conversation, and for no reason. That was the main thing. He was thinking about it, and yeah, he left it alone. Like now three broke up from Dusky. Only Kale was up to the mark, like stalking. Everything was very well fine, sharing, and still more to come up.